Tucker Carlson, 10 months ago, like back in September of 2023, he's doing an exchange with somebody. He said, the way that this has proceeded from the day he became before he was even elected the first time, they did a complete about face on him. He had been one of their favorites forever because he was the high roller, big money, big project, big personality, you're fired. They love that TV show. They just all loved all of it. Everything about him, dating models, everything. Every single thing he did was perfectly in line with everything they thought about everything. And the second he stands up to their politically generated just debauching of humanity in this country, he becomes enemy number one, and they've been trying to destroy him ever since. They thought that they could do it by impeaching him twice while he was in office. Didn't work.
Nope.
Then they had to make up the January 6th thing to make it seem like he was actually a traitor. Didn't work. Yep. So then they had to bring up all the documents cases,
all that shit.
And and then trying to take him, actually put him in prison for giving a speech before the new president was even inaugurated. He was still the president at the point where he gave the speech.
That did.
It's so stupid.
Yep.
And then they try to turn the clock back again and get him on all of these goofy technicalities, like writing a check to someone to shut up.
That didn't work.
Well, how could it work? That's how their entire world operates.
No shit.
Here's a check. Shut up. And that's all they do. It's like, and you've got me in a compromising position on tape because I didn't know that your party house has cameras in every bedroom when you bring in the whichever group it is you're going to violate that time around. I mean, it's so gross. They're all being sexually blackmailed, and they're just disgusting people. And yet they want us to think that Trump is the one that's going to destroy everything. It's just like, and honestly, if you're falling for it, please find Jesus, say some prayers, try to realign yourself with reality, because you don't want to get to the front of the human centipede climbing up that pyramid, because that's the end.
You don't want pink eye.
And the more you try to participate in it, the closer you're going to get to having your head taken off.
Okay.
Figuratively, maybe literally.
Last question, then we're just going to end it.
All right.
It's yes or no. Are you voting for Trump?
I think I'm actually going to break down and vote.
You didn't vote last election.
No, I didn't vote in 2016.
Okay.
The dividing line for me when I decided I'm not going to vote anymore was when I saw people stupid enough to reelect Obama. So 2012 was the last time that I voted. And obviously McCain, Palin, they got their junk pushed in, and it just wasn't even close. And I couldn't for the life of me understand, why should I bother participating in a system that will let a guy pretend that he's the product of this like enlightened environment because of his upbringing and the way that he was a community organizer in Chicago, and then was a do-nothing representative in the House, and then a do-nothing senator for like 10 seconds, and then he was the presidential nominee, and we just got the dude is a lollipop-headed propagandist front. I don't know why anybody thinks he's smart. You remember all of the talk about how he was so eloquent? I don't think I have ever heard somebody interject so many into their speech trying to figure out what to say next than that guy.
Yeah, he's
this great orator. It was so stupid. This is pointless. And that came during the period where I was getting more and more interested and studying more and more just fundamental economics and investigating like the modern media presentation that you get, like stories about the Federal Reserve and the Treasury and how all of this stuff supposedly works. And I'm just like, you don't need more than 5 minutes to construct something that's true that shows that none of that can be true. It's so simple to defeat all of it. And yet everybody's running around pretending that, bobblehead A versus bobblehead B is going to result in anything more than a bobblehead churning a fake money machine next to some asshole turning an interest rate dial.
Dude, we got to get some.
How the hell is that supposed to work?
We got to get a Biden and Trump bobblehead when we're covering the election later this year.
And hopefully the day after the election, I can take the Biden doll outside and smash it with a sledgehammer.
Or just take a pee on it. And there it is, everyone. More truths and ideas coming out of the black market. And I didn't choose the Doug life. The Doug life chose me.
Yeah, Philly out.